on Wish TV is brought to you by the Business Equity and Opportunity Show.
Thank you for joining us for Community Link. I'm Carolene Mays. Working to improve lives and build communities, the Hamilton County Area Neighborhood Development Incorporation, also known as HAND, provides quality, affordable housing and advocates for housing options where everyone can thrive. Joining us today is Andrea Davis, HAND's Executive Director. Welcome, Andrea. So glad to have you. You believe that housing is the foundation for people's lives, for quality of life.
Absolutely.
But many people would think that Hamilton County wouldn't have housing issues. Tell us why this is so important in Hamilton County.
Sure, it's important everywhere. What we've seen in Hamilton County and the rest of the state and nation really is housing costs that are increasing much more quickly than incomes. Some housing has increased 40–50% in the last 5 years, and I don't know about you, but I think most normal people's salaries have increased nowhere near that amount in the same amount of time. So it's creating this gap between what folks can afford and what's available.
So what are some of the ways that HAND is helping?
So we are committed to building affordable housing for folks who need a little bit of extra assistance. We build affordable rental housing for families who live in Hamilton County and earn up to 60% of area median income. These are folks who most often have service type jobs in our community, work at grocery stores, coffee shops, school bus drivers, hospital custodians, those sorts of jobs that are really crucial to our community, but that just don't pay enough for folks to be able to live there.
Yeah, and 60% is not enough.
It's not very much.
Right.
No.
What's some of the impact that you're having?
We really just love the stability that we're able to bring into people's lives. When you don't know where you're going to stay at night or if you're going to be able to stay in your home, how long you're going to be able to stay in your home, that really gets in the way of figuring out a lot of other things. Your health, your education, you really can't focus on much if you don't know where you're going to hang your head at night. So we've seen residents who come into our housing and just the breathing room that it gives them. They're able to complete educational programs. They're able to find new jobs that they just didn't have the capacity for when they were always worried about where they were going to sleep.
I love that, the breathing room.
Absolutely.
Such a difference it makes in people's lives, which then can improve their health and so many other things as well. You have some very core values at HAND.
We do.
That you really live by. Talk about those.
Well, we have a number, as any organization does. I mean, I think quality comes first with us. We know there are perceptions about affordable housing that it isn't the same quality that market rate housing is. And the reality is we use the same 2x4s and insulation and drywall that goes into market rate housing. We just are able to offer it to our residents a little more affordably than organizations that are trying to make a profit. So quality is important to us. Also, collaboration is probably the other value that we really see working every day. We know that we're not going to be able to resolve anyone's housing problems by ourselves. Having the housing is step one, but you may need help. Families may need help with budgeting or cleaning up their credit, figuring out how to save money. It's difficult. If you think about what market rate apartments cost, $1,500 a month for a one-bedroom apartment in some parts of Hamilton County. It's difficult to save for a down payment for a house if most of your money is going out for rent. So we collaborate with other service providers to wrap around our residents and provide the types of resources that they need to kind of improve their lot in life.
And speaking of that, you have an event coming up. When and where?
Yeah,
and
April 30th.
Okay,
April 30th in the morning, 8:30 to 1 o'clock. It's our Suburban Housing Conference. So we do this every year as an effort to educate our community about the housing needs because, like you alluded to early in our conversation, not everyone realizes that Hamilton County has the same housing needs as Marion County, as Boone County, as all of the communities around Indianapolis. And we want people to be aware that not only are there problems, but there are solutions.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we wish you great success on your event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you for joining us for this week's Community Link. To share this story or learn more, head to wishtv.com. We'll see you next week.